Please go subscribe to the Rumble channel for Franchise Sports TV under the name FSTV22. Now, I'm using that Rumble channel for any purposes of me getting kicked off YouTube and also for more of my spicier joints. It's free as well. I have the freedom to say whatever I want to say as well. So go subscribe to FSTV22. That is Franchise Sports TV 22 on Rumble. What's up, everyone? Franchise Sports TV back again with another video. That was weird. I thought I was recording when I wasn't recording. But I'm back again with another video. I wanted to talk about this actually when it happened, but when this went down, I heard about it. I was actually in the City of Angels. So I had a chance to talk about it, but now I want a chance to talk about it. So, Shaquille O'Neal is not happy with Chris Russo. He's not happy with Chris Mad Dog Russo first take assertion that he was the 5th best center of all time. I think 2 Raw said something about this not too long ago. But here's my thoughts on the whole thing. Because 4 other centers are ahead of him. And we just gotta think it out. And I think 2 Raw was right. Almost agreeing with Chris Russo on this topic, because you gotta think the first 2 probably will be first 3: Wilt, Kareem, Bill Russell, and then you got 2 other ones you probably could put in: Moses Malone and Hakeem Olajuwon. And after careful watching both, so I got to see more Shaq than Hakeem, but after watching old Hakeem videos and remembering Shaq, and even watching old Shaq on Orlando and at least the early days of being on the Lakers, I don't know, man. But the segment goes to, I think it could have been on Thursday or Wednesday, but Stephen A. Smith and Jay Williams were on the segment with Mad Dog Russo, who are heard by this assertion. Mad Dog built his case naming Kareem, Wilt, Hakeem, and Moses Malone as players that he believes were better than Shaq. He then continued to state why he doesn't rate Shaq as the best. So that's what Russo said. Yeah. Probably. Yeah, I had to agree with him on that one. But I want to hear what he has to say. Okay, first off, who did Shaq beat in the finals? He beat Jason Collins, Rick Smits, Dikembe Mutombo, Matt Geiger. Matt Geiger, I haven't heard that name in a minute. Matt Geiger. And who was the Philly center at the time? Dikembe Mutombo. Dikembe Mutombo is not better than Moses Malone. Shaq on the show, the big podcast with Shaq, got the opportunity to hear Russo's take after Adam Lefolk played it for him on his phone. Who the F is that? I'm the most dominant center ever. I don't want to hear another name. I pass Hakeem Olajuwon. Shaq, Mad Dog Russo saying he's the 5th best center of all time. I'll say this. Let's see this. I'm the most dominant center of time. I don't want to ever hear another name. Okay, so that will put me at number 3. I passed Hakeem up. Hakeem beat me. I came back and beat him when he was old. Moses Malone, I passed him 4 or 5. Passed him up 4 or 5, 6 years ago before I retired. So I'll put myself at number 3. Shaq has a lot of humility in his evaluation of place from among the greats. He openly admitted that Steph Curry is better than him on Tuesday's edition of Inside the NBA after Curry's 33-point performance in the Warriors' victory after the Celtics, including the game-clinching 3-point overtime. And he talks about how he thinks Curry is the best player of all time, which I do not agree with. Curry's not in my top 15. I'm sorry for any Curry fans out there. Sorry. I'm gonna make the case for Hakeem right quick, because I think the case is already made for Moses Malone. And I, for one, I think by the time Moses Malone was done playing, especially he was all the way out of his prime by the time I was born, I think he was done playing, retiring around 94, 93 or something like that. Sometime in the early 90s. So I can't really speak too much for Moses Malone. But I ain't going to sit here and say that Moses Malone was no scrub. But I will make a case for Hakeem. For most of Hakeem's lifespan in the NBA, his career in the NBA, Kareem never played with a Kobe Bryant, Dwayne Wade, a LeBron James. Then played with 3 other future Hall of Famers in the Boston Celtics Big Three. Kareem did play with an older Clyde Drexler, but he never had that Justice League type team with him when he won those 2 rings. During the 80s, Hakeem had to play with the likes against the Lakers, Showtime Lakers. And when he finally got past the Showtime Lakers, got to the finals, and ended up beating probably one of the best NBA teams of all time, the 95-86 Boston Celtics, and got shmacked. Hakeem just had more moves in his arsenal. Hakeem was better prepared for the game than Shaq, because we all know Shaq, especially in his later years on the Lakers, he came to training camp out of shape. If Shaq would have been more caring about basketball than other things, yeah, he probably would be up there and not ridiculed as much. And you also got to look at Hakeem played against too. All these centers like Patrick Ewing, Kareem, people like that. Same thing with Moses Malone. Moses Malone had to play with all these centers too, like Kareem and all these people. Whereas Shaq, like Russo said, when he was on the Lakers, he played against Todd McCullough, Jason Collins, Matt Geiger, and older Dikembe Mutombo. So it's hard to say that Moses Malone tired in 95. That's what I thought. Played for a long time. But 74, y'all play. Dang, 74 to 95. She whiz. But anyways, yeah, Shaq, if it was me, I would have to pick Kareem, Wilt, then Hakeem, maybe Bill Russell, maybe Moses Malone, maybe Shaq. Shaq's definitely top 10 center of all time. We are not going to absolutely disrespect him like that, but Shaq got to look at his career and who he played amongst in his career to see why Russo said that. Yeah, you was dominant during that time, but there weren't that many dominant centers for you to, dominant centers, talented centers for him to conquer. He ain't playing against nobody, unfortunate enough. And then when he finally did get plays against somebody, he got beat. Play against Hakeem, you got beat. And also, I think he got the most sweeps among those centers too, as well. And he got swept 6 times already. 6 times in your career, so that's a notch down for you as well, Shaq. But anyways, like I said, Shaq is still a top 10 center, but I just had to put Hakeem in. Probably had to put at least Hakeem over Shaq. It just is what it is. Probably filling out the rest of that top 10 center list. Probably be the likes of David Robinson, maybe Patrick Ewing. 7 to 8. I need 2 more right quick. Maybe Bill. I think I said Bill Russell. Maybe like a Bill Russell. Who else I want to put on that list? It was also decent. Maybe Orange Gilmore, some other people you put on there before that. Can't think off the top of my head. But yeah, it's just a fortunate reality for Shaq right there. There was players who did more, not so much did more, but had more competition at the same position, especially in the finals than you did, Shaq. But anyways, tell me what you guys think.